What if I told you there's one habit with the potential to fix your digestion from bloating, indigestion, and constipation? And what if I told you that you are already doing it? In fact, not only are you already doing it, it's 100% free. If we haven't met yet, my name is Mario Cabral. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner, and my job is to create wellness plans for high-achieving women who want to heal their gut. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter if the client wants to shed a few pounds or if they want to clear H. pylori, we always start with this foundational step. But before I tell you what it is, you need to understand how digestion works. Because I want you to consider that the reason why you're experiencing gut issues right now is because you were never taught in school or elsewhere how digestion works. And that if you knew how digestion worked, you wouldn't have gut issues in the first place. So in order for this habit to cement in your head, you need to know the basics of digestion, and I'm gonna give it to you in under 3 minutes. Let's go. Now, I want you to picture the most delicious chocolate cake. It's moist, it's perfectly sweetened, it has a delicious scent, and it goes great with coffee. Just picture it. Now, notice what happened? You probably started salivating, didn't you? If you actually did think of that delicious chocolate cake. And that is, my friend, the very first step of the digestive process. Now, let's say that you eat this amazing chocolate cake. Once you ingest it, it's going to make its way into the stomach, where it'll be showered in acid to be fully broken down. At the same time, a cocktail of chemicals start production. Hormones that signal to the brain that we are satiated or that we want more. We start secreting enzymes and we start producing bile. A cocktail of chemicals, also our digestion can properly happen. And then after that chocolate cake is showered in acid and enzymes and all kinds of things, that becomes a mush, and that mush is called the chyme. And the chyme then goes into the small intestine, so the nutrients from the cake can be absorbed. Think maybe calcium, magnesium, protein if it has eggs, right? All the different types of nutrients that we might have, they're going to be absorbed mostly in the small intestine. Then once all of the nutrients have been absorbed, what's left in the small intestine, what's left of the chyme is indigestible fibers. And those indigestible fibers then travel to the large intestine or colon for the gut bacteria to feast on those fibers. And in turn, the gut bacteria does so many wonderful things for us, which includes creating other types of vitamins and nutrients. And of course, the last step of the digestive process is when we go to the bathroom and we poop. When we turn around and we have a nice, solid, healthy poop, that is the end of the digestive process. And depending on your gut issues, you might have trouble going to the bathroom, or you may present more loose stools. But the habit that I'm about to tell you right now, it's one that can fix both. And look, the reason why I'm telling you all of this right now is because, as you can see, digestion is a north to south process. It started when we started secreting saliva because we thought about the cake, and it ends in us eliminating, excreting all the waste from everything that we ate. And what's important to understand about digestion is that not only is it a north to south process, it also has an order of operations. And that order of operation is crucial for us to actually properly digest. Now, let me ask you something. Imagine that you're about to drive your partner's or your mom's car, but you didn't adjust the rear view mirrors nor the seat. You can potentially just go and start driving it, but that will make your drive uncomfortable, potentially dangerous. It could make it really choppy. So why would you do that? This happens because you literally skipped the first step, which was checking your rear view mirrors and adjusting the seat so you are comfortable. The same principles happens in our gut. Remember, I told you it is a north to south process, and it also has an order. And most of us are completely skipping or just not doing enough of the first step, which is chewing. Yes. Chewing is the first step of digestion, some would argue, and it has the potential to heal your gut because if you do not do that properly, then the rest of the digestive process is going to be compromised. If you remember correctly, I told you earlier that digestion is a chemical and a mechanical process. And it is a mechanical process when you chew, clearly, because you are breaking down the foods when you chew. But when you chew, you are also creating saliva. Saliva is the chemical part. The salivary amylase, which is what we secrete when we start chewing, is what allows us to properly digest carbohydrates. So it is such a crucial step of digestion. And so many of us are eating, we're well distracted, we are just inhaling our food, so to speak, and that is why we're bloated or we have indigestion. So the choice is yours. Get a bottle of fancy digestive enzymes or just chew your food better. I think I will go for the latter one. And if your mind was blown, please leave a comment below. Now, I don't know if you ever heard the advice that you should be chewing 20 times before swallowing. And I'm not going to tell you to do that, because when I think of chewing 20 times, I'm also thinking of how that is going to take me out of the pleasure of eating. And that's totally what I don't want to happen. So instead, in order for you to know that you are actually chewing your food properly, I want you to think applesauce. Applesauce consistency. You want your food to feel like applesauce, which is kind of gross, I know, but to feel fully liquid in your mouth before you swallow. This is what's going to inform you that you are actually chewing enough. And it's a wonderful practice for slowing down as well. And I'm not gonna lie, your digestive troubles are not all gonna go away because of this simple hack, but this is where you should start. If you don't do this, it doesn't matter if you have fancy probiotics, it doesn't matter if you have the cleanest diet, it's not gonna stick, it's not gonna work, because remember, there is an order for digestion. So here's your assignment. For the next 2 days, go ahead and start chewing until applesauce consistency. All of your meals, with no exception, and then come back to the comments and let me know how you're feeling, because I can bet you anything that your digestion becomes smoother and easier. And here's a pro tip. Chew your smoothies too. Your smoothies are also carbohydrates. They're also fruits and vegetables that need help with digestion. So just do the chewing motion when you have liquid in your mouth, and that is going to help you a ton. Thank you for watching till the end. If you're new to this channel, I think you might want to grab the gut healing guide that is linked in the description below. This gut healing guide has my best tips on how to start your gut healing journey, including this one. So go ahead and download it, and I'll see you next Wednesday for the next episode. This is Gut Therapy. Talk to you soon.